You'd have to go a long way to find a venue with a better backdrop than what we have here in the Southern Cape for the 27th running of the George Old Car Show.
This is my 1934 Stuart truck. It's a 45XE model. I've had this vehicle since 2017. I bought it from my grandfather, but my great-grandfather bought it brand new for £495 in 1934 to Manningham Patterson Building in East London. He didn't opt for a steel cab. Steel cab was £95 extra, but it's been in the family ever since. We came in 2017 the first time. We didn't have a car then, and when we got back home, that's when we decided to restore this. But ever since 2017, we've been here every year. So I won't miss another George show.
It's all about the passion at the George Old Car Show. And this extends from the people who come from many, many kilometers away. We had people coming from Namibia, Uppington this year, Polokwane, all over the country. They get here to George for this annual event. And of course, that passion also extends to the people that come and watch the show.
It's my first time here. Really good show. I'm seeing lots of old Chevys. I think that's my favorite of the show. I'm sure I'll be here again.
It's fantastic. It's my first time I'm here, enjoying it. I'm making my way to the Mercedes stands. Looking forward to seeing some old classics over there.
This year we have a German theme for the show, and it just so happens that we're celebrating the 70th anniversary of a very special German sports car.
It's just been my favorite car since I was a small boy. I bought it probably 10 years ago in Johannesburg off of Dr. Sneekers. And what Dr. Sneekers told me, how he acquired the car. He had a brand new Rolls Royce, and the auctioneer down the road from him asked him if he could borrow the car, the Rolls Royce, to create hype on the auction that Saturday. And this guy was quite a rogue, and he sold the Rolls Royce. Basically, he stole it and sold it. Said, well, what are you going to do about it? And after a lengthy court case, and he couldn't pay him, so he had to go and choose a car off the lot. And this car was apparently sitting out there in the open under the tree in a very ropey condition. He said that was the only one that he liked, so he took the car. It's had some interesting characters and some interesting stories in its life.
This is a 1974 Datsun 160U Deluxe. Being a Deluxe, one of the options at the time was a vinyl top, which this one has got. Standard interior, comes with standard rims and then the full hubcaps from the era. I put on the white walls. It's a 4-speed gearbox, just like the way it cruises. We were cruising down from PE yesterday, just taking it very easy, and it's really comfortable on the road, and yeah, just smooth for its age, being 50 years old this year. I've been wanting to come here for many, many years, being a petrol head. So it's just all, the atmosphere, the vibe, and just all the comments you hear. Some of the most common remarks I hear is, onthou jy nog, or ek onthou nog, so it's just that, yeah, petrol heads around.
My bike is a 1978 BMW R100S. This particular one was manufactured in December 76. They weren't the fastest, they weren't the best handling, but if you added everything together, it was a great bike to own. I think last year there were probably about 12 or so bikes. This year we had 68 bikes and about 20 Vespers. They put a lot of effort in, and I think it's been fantastic. I just love old school stuff. I love coming to see the old stuff. A lot of it is about memories, taking you back. You see a car and you say, oh, when I was a youngster, I remember my folks having a car like that and sitting in the back seat. And I think that's really what the show is all about.
This is a Citroen SM 1973 model. There's quite a few features that I can mention to you. It's fitted with a V6 Maserati engine. It's a 90-degree V and a quad cam. And further on, the hydraulic system is run by a single hydraulic pump, and it includes the power steering, the brakes and the suspension. You can lower it and adjust the height as it suits you. The other nice feature was the Divari steering mechanism, which loads up the faster you drive, and it's self-center steering. So it's quite a unique experience to be behind the steering wheel in this car.
I've got a 1936 BMW 319/2. Back in the 50s, a young 22 or 23-year-old Ewald van Bergen found this car and he turned it into a race car. And his main thing was just to try and make the thing go faster and faster and faster. So he fiddled with it incessantly. He added a supercharger, he added hydraulic brakes. So he did quite a lot of modification. Went from 45 horsepower to 100 horsepower. He tells me that he took it up to 176 k's an hour, which must have been absolutely frightening. He raced the thing around. He later on went on to become the SA Rally champ for South Africa 4 times. He's a Springbok rallyist, and his wife was his navigator. I think with all of these cars, it's the same thing that the reaction that you get is just wonderment at the number one that they exist, especially things like these. The shape is something that you would draw as a child when you're trying to draw a car. So I think children particularly, they enjoy seeing these things on.
My name is Kushel and I like combis.
All the different car brands, there's so much to see, and I'm a fan of classic cars, so absolutely epic quality time with people that share the same passion, which happens to be cars.
What makes the George Old Car Show so unique? For me, it's the diversity of the event and the equipment that you actually get to see here. You've got motorcycles, classic motorcycles, DJ type motorcycles, buzz bikes, sports cars. You've got very early veteran and vintage motor cars. They've got a big contingent of modern day cars as well. So it almost represents the grand sweep of time of the history of the motor car in South Africa.